Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the campus of Utah Valley University, where the Wolverines are hosting the University of Northern Colorado Bears. Exciting Big 12 wrestling, Jason. What are your thoughts on this matchup tonight? We've had some action, two duels, home duels in the last short while. So it feels good to be home, to have that, home court advantage, home mat advantage, I should say. And what do you think about the matchup tonight?
Hey, final home duel of the season, closing out the regular season. Rest of the year leading up to conference comes after tonight. So guys will be getting geared up to claim their stake at the national tournament. And so there's a lot that rides on this duel. I mean, some of the matchups with ranked opponents going into Big 12s will be important. Northern Colorado, led by Coach Troy Nickerson, they're no slouches. They're ranked up to 11th I've seen this year, 16th, somewhere in there. Really tough team, solid throughout. I mean, they're sitting a couple guys tonight, but they've got ranked opponents for us to wrestle.
Both teams had recent rankings or right on that top 25 breaking in there. Inside of our conference, man, a number of ranked teams, very storied programs. And so, yeah, I think between Northern Colorado, UVU, Wyoming, different teams breaking into that top 25 in and out throughout this season. But a lot of those key matchups, like you said, these are guys that it's going to be good for placement in our conference tournament. It's going to be big for how we get ranked in that conference tournament or in the national tournament. So common opponent wrestling is very, very important. Northern Colorado's got a couple of big studs, namely number 2 ranked Andrew Alirez, national champion and absolute standout for Northern Colorado. So there's some big matchups tonight too for UVU as well, with some ranked opponents.
Yeah, another one the fans are going to want to look out for is, senior Case Mager wrestling Dom Serrano, who's currently ranked 16th, 14th on some rankings in the country. Senior going out of senior night, going to be wrestling a top tier ranked opponent. So the way the teams match up is pretty competitive. We got Hayden Drury at 41s wrestling a national champion, Alirez.
And I'm going to throw this out there. I mean, Alirez so tough. But you know what? Drury's back. He's had a little bit of rest period, and man, we're excited to see that matchup. That's going to be an awesome firepower.
Yeah. All in all, solid throughout both lineups tonight. UVU's wrestling tough, and watch the guys get down to weight today and weigh in. Everyone's looking crisp. So keep your eyes peeled for some action tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some upsets come our way.
Yeah, the 2 weight classes at 133 and 141, key matchups. And then some other ranked opponents throughout the night here. At 157 pounds, number 16, Vincent Zerban. He's going to go up against Tanner Frothinger. And then UVU's standout wrestler on a tear, Terrell Barraclaw, number 3 ranked in the country. One sole loss on the entire season. Just a huge upset victory over number 3 ranked Hall from West Virginia.
Yeah, final matchup to keep your eyes out for is at 84s. AJ Heeg, a freshman, will be wrestling Caleb Uhlenhop, a redshirt sophomore for the Utah Valley Wolverines. This will be competitive. Heeg, a really good wrestler, has been in the rankings, out of the rankings. Both guys kind of nipping on the heels there, but going into Big 12s, I mean, this might set the seeds to work in their favor. So both guys are going to be really competitive tonight.
Well, we are finishing up the announcements and the team lineups. We will be starting at 133 pounds tonight. So our last matchup at 125 pounds coming at the very, very end. Captains are coming out here.
Yeah, captains and seniors honored tonight, being senior night. Terrell Barraclaw and Case Mager, the sole seniors on the UVU lineup. We've talked about this before, Sammy. UVU is a relatively young team. We match up against guys that, they have 4th and 5th year lineups, pretty solid throughout, and And we got freshmen, you know, and some good leadership, but it's a growing program.
That's what I'm really, really stoked about is the fact that this team got a fight in them. And I think a young team that has the fight as they continue to prove themselves and test themselves, guess what? Tough matchups in the Big 12 Conference mean only one thing. You're going to get grittier and you're going to get tougher or you're going to fail. And this team here improves every single week, every duel, every tournament. You're seeing our guys come out better.
Yeah, there's a lot they go back to, you know, in the laboratory with Coach Timmy McCall and Hogstrasser, Joey, and Coach Hall. I mean, they're working on these guys doing private sessions all the time. They're working together as a team, just trying to nail down these minute details that really make the difference in the matches. And for freshmen, it's something of a learning curve. We got some true freshmen on the lineup. They come out, they over-wrestle positions or they under-wrestle positions, and they make little mistakes here and there that cost them the match. And learning how to escape is sometimes a learning curve for younger guys coming out of high school and getting used to that riding time and being the mat awareness, knowing where you are, how much time is on the clock, you know, if the riding time's a factor, all those things. So we'll see how it goes tonight, and you know, we're excited.
And I'll be honest, to that point too, Chasen, if you follow UVU Wrestling, you've heard Coach Adam Hall, his first year here, there is no doubt about it, his standard is high. It takes a lot to impress him, it takes a lot to appease him, and he's hungry as a new first-year coach. Man, he wants greatness, and I think it's astounding what he sees and what he expects out of his young team. All right, here we got our senior, Case Mauger, going up against another, junior, number 14th ranked Dominic Serrano.
Yeah, Serrano, actually a Colorado native, started at Nebraska. Things didn't pan out quite for him there, came back home, and has just continued to climb in the rankings. Been a staple on the team. Coach Nickerson's done good work with him, getting him just dialed in to where he's ranked 14th and, you know, contending to be on the podium this season.
You got to wonder, you know, with Alira's one weight class up, what that means to have a good practice partner. I can only imagine that these guys are attached at the hip and they do all their training together. But, man, a program that has a ranked wrestler or a wrestler of that caliber, heck yeah, I'm going to go want to be a part of that program because that's my practice partner. You're only as good as those that you actually wrestle against. Right,
and he's got, you know, Alira's above him and Poulin below him, a ranked athlete, not competing tonight, but Poulin extremely tough there. So Case Mauger just found these stats out tonight, but he's got 62 wins in his career here at UVU. Half of those were pins. He's the all-time pin leader.
Blast double on Mauger. Mauger maybe not ready. Feet were set. But like you said, Mauger's got a style. He's got a go-to, which ends up in a lot of pin victories for him, you know, fall, near fall positions. So we're going to look for him to go back to his bread and butter. It was a quick takedown and an even quicker escape.
Mauger, super appreciated athlete the last 4 or 5 years here at Utah Valley. Came down from Wendell, Idaho. Tough athlete up there, and just been on the lineup the entire time almost.
Definitely been a staple, someone that UVU could rely on. And just be tough. I mean, night in and night out, another double leg. Mauger stepped into that one. He had a little bit lighter feet, but stepped into it. Serrano timed that well, trips him down. Oh, we want to make sure we're fighting hand control here. Serrano so quick on that double leg. Just times well and has a very explosive double leg shot. Hard to defend. You got to be very loud on your feet with your hands low, right, Jason?
Yeah, Mauger with the tendency to kind of feed guys his legs, stand up. He's got some good Greco. He's always getting into his 2-on-1. I wouldn't doubt that Coach Nickerson has trained Serrano to be hitting those doubles from outside, from space.
Ankle ride here. Coach Nickerson saying keep him in as we're right here on the edge. Got to be aware of what's going on the mat here. Man, 2 takedowns really blow that that gap open. But the good news is it's young in the match or it's early in the match, so we got choice now.
Case Mauger defers. UNC is going to choose bottom.
Auger can ride tough on top. Forward pressure, a lift and a Granby roll from the standing position, and just a nice scramble to change hips over.
Yeah, guys are active there. Serrano with the roll, kind of from a mat return.
Guys that can have some mat awareness and at least just keep their body composed even as they're being lifted. So, you know, maybe they're coming up off the bottom, being lifted, but then having the prowess and the body awareness to be able to go straight into a roll. That's some serious athleticism.
Coach Hall's advice to Mauger between rounds is you can't stand in front of him. You got to circle here.
Serrano, really, really nice touch and go setups. Make it hard for Mauger to get to his bread and butter, which is that Russian tie. He loves it. Loves to come onto that 2-on-1 and then run into a Russian. Again, you see just those touch and go, very, very light feet. Elbow pass here, and again, you see just those slight changes that really leaves your opponent with his feet guessing, not able to really set feet. Oh, a down block to a single leg shot, but Mauger grabs the Russian, but a scramble ensues here.
Both guys wrestling.
Got a fight here, even though we're on the edge. Mauger now with elbows underneath and blocking.
Serrano did really well. He was low level, and then he kept driving. He repenetrated, but Case just tough there in that position. Defends the takedown.
Takedown here with 10 seconds would be massive in just pulling the match closer. Elbow pass. Man, Serrano has got a very, very nice elbow pass as Mauger tries to set his hands to work for some of that, you know, pulling on the head or going to a Russian tie. He's not letting those hands set. He's elbow passing them off and keeping Mauger definitely on his toes, has to move to avoid that penetration in that angle.
Mauger chooses bottom going into the third period.
Oh, aggressive trip down. Breaks that chicken wing attempt, and now he's just trying to keep his elbows in, get his knees up underneath him.
Riding time currently a factor, minute 20 for Serrano.
Mauger reaches back to a whizzer, trying to get his leg out. It's covered. Now he's coming out on the front.
Earns the escape here. Ref hasn't quite.
Serrano stepping over the back leg and trying to grab the near ankle. Well, we go out of bounds, and the refs did not say that there was a break in control, so Mauger's going to stay down for the next minute. Or I should say there's 1 minute left.
UVU crowd wants UNC back in the center. Mauger with a minute left, gonna have some time to go to work. Current score 2-7.
Heavy hands here, both guys.
A lot of stall calls from the crowd.
Interesting. Headgear keeps popping. those heavy hands. Auger now pushing the pace, which he should. It's 37 seconds left with a 5-point deficit. A down block and a re-attack, and I don't know about that.
Serrano drags his feet.
And one ref says 3.
Actually, they waved it off. They said they're out of bounds.
Yeah, they were out of bounds, and I think Mauger was like literally touching the scoreboard. So it was like, where else do you go? I think I agree with that wave off. 26 seconds. Got to cover ground here. Serrano's just got nice change of pressure with his hands. Oh, high C shot. Almost was in a fireman carry, but let the arm go, and now he's stretched out. Not really loving this.
Yeah, there's short time.
Another elbow pass. Headgear comes off again.
That'll be it. Mauger drops the match to number 14, Dominic Serrano.
Final score 8-2, which is a decision victory. So Northern Colorado gets on the board first with a decision victory with 3 points.
From Utah Valley, a redshirt junior.
Moving on to the second match of the night, Andrew Alirez, currently ranked number 2 in the country at 141 pounds, wrestling Hayden Drury, UVU number 18 in the country.
Listen, both ranked. You know what? I say you want to beat the best, when you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So this is I'm going to put, the opportunity is in Drury's court to go and make something happen. Alira is just so technically sound. Pulls the head down into kind of this front headlock on the feet position.
Hayden, super gritty. Coach Hall has been urging all of the wrestlers, but Hayden especially, to push the pace first period, be attacking off the whistle. So by the time third period rolls around, you got some momentum.
I felt like as we got into that third period in our last match, both guys locked their hands up. Drury's just trying to shake his hand out. Nothing was happening. But as we got into that third period, I feel like, just so quick, so powerful.
Alirez makes a lot of money on that single.
Such a sweet single. All right, quick escape, which is great. Got to keep those feet light. Nice pull in the crease. Just keeping Alirez off balance. He is so quick. Snap down to a single leg shot. And Hayden unable to get his hips square. And Alirez does a good job to get that 3-point takedown. Leg covered and a kind of a loose, tight waist.
They call stale there. Alirez stayed home, not only a Colorado native, but a Greeley native. Grew up not too far from the university, and keeping him home was important to Coach Nickerson, and he's been an extremely good asset for the program.
Jason, what do you think here? Alirez, in the first 2 minutes, has scored 2 takedowns. He's got a sweet, sweet single leg. Or do you go for broke and just go, you know what, I got to hang it out and give my best effort for a nice, strong setup and get to shooting? Or do you go, no, I'm going to try to down block and keep this guy at bay?
I think Hayden's doing the right thing. He's still moving forward. He's still putting hands on him, potentially opening up a shot. Things that happen in the first period pay dividends in the third. We'll see what happens.
Russian tie here. Almost just shoots straight through it with one arm. Shoots through the Russian tie to a single leg. Drury doing his best he can with a whizzer, and now he's posting, pushing his face away.
Yeah, Hayden really stingy here, but not quite enough.
Lear's making it look easy, and that's not for lack of trying. Lear is just with such a strong single leg there, and single armed it up, brought that single leg up off the mat, and then tripped it down. There was a lot of people chasing that thought Alirez might transfer for his senior or 5th year to go to a different program, but he chose to stick around.
Yeah, not that he wasn't tempted and maybe had offers other places, but they kept him, and he's been great. Drury earns an escape, bringing the score 3-9.
Takedown here would be big, just to keep the match close, start putting his own offense together. There have been a flurry where we have had a chance to set something up, but Alirez took that offense, went to defense, and then again, a reattack was so strong. We lucked out being on the edge of the mat. Stall warning on UVU. Drag.
Coach Hall urging his athlete to penetrate, get into that leg. Minute left in the second period.
Guys wrestling right here in the middle. Drury with some changeup. Almost looked like he got pretty close. Again, not a lot of penetration or even level change, just foot movement put him in close proximity, but no shot.
Both guys on the logo. Short time.
Got to fight this off. Oh, man, and with 1 second left, Drury gives up that 4th takedown.
A little frustration, visible frustration out of Drury right at that buzzer. As Alirez chooses neutral going to the 3rd. Alirez is so dominant on his feet. Why wouldn't he choose neutral?
He's got a few very unique and very just tuned in setups to that single leg shot. Drury's still keeping his feet light. But we got to start moving. Another single leg shot from distance here. Drury is in front, but Alirez just is so, man, he just picks this up, so powerful. Now he's reaching to try and, there he goes. Drury does a good job to break the lock and just come up face to face. Neutral position still.
Watching the progression of this match, Sammy, Drury gets taken down almost continually in the first period and slowed it down in the second and third. He's looking more competitive on his feet. .30 seconds left in the match.
Gotta go, 10 seconds.
Drury in his first scoring position of the match. As time expires, a little bit of a scramble there, but Iliras will come away with the major decision. As Drury falls to number 2 in the country, puts the team score 7-0, early lead for the UNC Bears. Drury, one of the guys on the list that we're glad we didn't see tonight as a senior. He coming back for more next year.
This is true, yes. All right, so hey, listen, those first 2 matches, UNC coming out strong with 2 strong victories. Both they're probably arguably their 2 best, most highest ranked wrestlers. But now we're into our lineup. It's time for some of our talent to showcase. We got about 149 pounds from Northern Colorado, Benji Alanis, going up against freshman, standout wrestler. It's been fun to watch him, Smokey McClure.
Alanis, not with the best record on the season, but comes from good stock. He went to Valiant Prep Academy, or college prep, down in Tucson, Arizona. Just a factory for Division I athletes.
Smokey doing his best. Nice job fighting hands. Essentially, Alanis is holding one leg with one arm. It's hard to hold that strong leg with just one arm. Smokey doing a good job to balance. Want to stomp that foot down. Just keep fighting. No takedown yet. Smoke done a good job thus far. Oh, and we get up giving that 3-point takedown.
Well earned. There was a lot of work in there. Almost a minute of keeping the pressure on. Smokey McClure quick to his feet.
Nice
and
cut
perfect
out.
boot scoot out of there. UNC with another headgear malfunction.
Who's the manufacturer of that headgear? Look it up.
Looks like Cliff Keen to me. Same as ours. Smokey McClure, a true freshman from Washington State, facing off against the redshirt junior in Benji Alanis.
Coach Hall's saying, hey, Smokey, get your hands inside. It's the best place for us to hit some offenses from that inside tie.
Smokey really good from those inside ties. Also from kind of a snap down front headlock position, he scores a ton of points.
A little bit of a difference in physique for both these wrestlers. Smoke. More stout. Alanis, a little lankier. Oh, short grab right there for a single leg, but nothing penetrating there. Both guys still wrestling straight in the middle. Takedown would be huge here. Set the precedence as we move into round number 2 with 25 seconds left.
Ten seconds.
Nice Russian tie here. 10 seconds, 3 seconds. Time expires.
At the end of the first period, Alanis leads 3-1.
Utah Valley starts on bottom. Really quick to his feet. Another boot scoot now.
Yeah, he's so nice. He's so good. His center of gravity's low, and so it makes it real hard to grip on and to get a lock around the waist or jump down to the legs because he gets down low and turns his hips in. Oh, nice low-level shot. It's going up into a drape. But Alanis kind of throws his hips off. Dang, man. Smoke couldn't hold on to that.
Notice the Northern Colorado athletes are good at putting their hand on the ankle and riding it, but not for the full 5 seconds.
Right.
They know when to let go, and Smokey back to his feet.
Cuts out. Another earned escape. All these have been earned. I mean, like, Atlantis isn't just letting them out.
Riding time still not a factor. 45 seconds for UNC. They're just giving him new headgear.
Man, 3 matches, 3 problems with headgears.
Wonder if they had a sabotage. Someone sabotaged all their headgears so they could take breaks in the match.
I don't know. That's headgear gate.
Headgear
Call
gate.
it what it is. Now they're swapping out. Whose headgear is going to fit him? If you've wrestled, and you know these are always tuned up.
Sam, I
perfect
gotta tell
for
you
your
this.
head.
In high school, you have to, if you had braces, you had to wear a mouth guard so you
Oh,
didn't get
that's
your
right.
teeth shredded. And one of the athletes on my team went out there with no mouth guard. And they were gonna like disqualify him, so he's like, "Yeah, give me a mouth guard, give me a mouth guard." Threw him some other kids. Pops in his mouth. After his match, he's like, "Do you want to know whose mouth guard that was?" He was like, "Don't even tell me."
I don't want to know.
It was the worst one you could imagine.
Yeah. Okay, Smoke with a little bit of fire here. This is
Yeah,
what
he's
we want.
wrestling now. Smokey with some really good fakes. Gets
Straight
to a
shot,
leg.
but doesn't.
3-point takedown on East.
Not enough. That was a kind of just a redirect and a go behind. Pretty simple stuff. Atlantis now goes up 9-3.
At the end of the second period, Alanis leads 9-3.
UNC chooses bottom going into the third period. 2 minutes left in the match. Riding time at 56 seconds for UNC.
Alanis up to a quad pod. Immediately stands up, turns in, earns an escape.
Alanis.
Smokey being the aggressor, but not looking to have him do these straight-on shots.
All right, double turns into a single. Alanis pulls him down with a heavy whizzer here. I think this is a good indicator where it's like you cannot stay stagnant. If you stay stagnant, you're going to lose that leg. And Alanis dives under. Now we're in the scramble position. Smoke fighting that arm, but he lets go of the leg, and now he dives under, does his own scramble here. If he can gather these feet together, what's going
They
on?
stopped the match. They didn't want anyone's knee to get busted.
Smoke doing what it takes to get to that leg. You can't stay down that long, though, you know.
Getting to the leg's one thing, Sammy, but finishing the shot's a whole other. And getting to the leg and staying there just does not pan out in most cases.
1 minute. A little too straight on. I'd prefer Smokey just to pull a little bit more on that setup to create more opportunity to move to the legs or have the legs move towards him. Alanis still with some fakes of his own. Oh, nice. Nice high C. But Alanis, oh man. Alanis reaches to the far ankle and bumps forward, trips Smokey down on his hip, and Smokey has no choice but to let go of the single leg and give up that takedown. Score is now 13-3. Alanis from Northern Colorado up over Smokey McClure. Oh, another nice single leg by Smokey, but can't hold on to that leg. It just evades him. So riding time point gets knocked on. That makes the final score 14-4. Major decision victory for Benji Alanis, the redshirt junior from Northern Colorado. Smokey's got some learning to do still. He's young, chasing some areas that we think we can continue to develop. We're going to go to a break, wrestling fans. Stay with us for more Wolverine and Northern Colorado wrestling. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you working on?
Filling out my bracket. Picking teams is brutal.
I did mine using AI.
AI can do that?
Yeah. Here, I'll show you.
I can't always be the answer.
Florida.
Florida?
It's AI, who knows?
Getting it right is hard, even with the help of AI.
Just ask AI. Just ask AI.
Join the Wolverine Club, a simple message with a major impact. Support student athletes like former Utah Valley University men's basketball star, graduate, and 13-year pro basketball veteran Ryan Toulson. Ryan is the basketball program's all-time leading scorer and holds 7 UVU career records. Support the next professional basketball athlete by joining the Wolverine Club today.
That's good. That's just a silky smooth touch right there. Welcome back to the Lockhart Arena, where we have the Bears of Northern Colorado visiting Utah Valley University to wrestle the Wolverines. Now, Jason, up through 133, up through 149 pounds, man, Northern Colorado's come out with a banger of a performance, 3 victories, 2 by major decision.
Yeah, they're looking tough, and going into, the next match, 57, number 16th ranked wrestler for the UNC Bears is Vinny Zerbin.
You got to think between 133 pounds and 157, that's the Bears' strongest stretch inside of their lineup. So what a good way to come out in this duel is to come out with their top lineup. So we got a redshirt junior with some experience going up against a redshirt freshman. Frothinger stepped into the lineup here the last few weeks with Riker Fulmer being out, headlock position. We've seen this a couple times.
Yeah, Frothinger really, really gamey from those ties. And is this another headgear malfunction?
Official review.
Official review, like what? A poked eye?
Oh, he thought the headlock might have been illegal. I don't know if there was an arm in there or what.
No, well, we'll see it right here. Clubs.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe for a sec, but it's because Zerbin pulled his arm
pulled
out.
his arm out of there.
I don't know if he was. That was a really quick. So, ref concludes there's no violation. They're going to keep wrestling.
A little tight. But Frothinger to that point, man, if he brought his elbow down, what I would call more perpendicular to the ceiling, he would have locked that arm in, and that's a tough position to put in. Outside double. Frothinger does a good job to push his hips, kick his hips back and away.
Yeah, Zerbin, really lengthy athlete. He's diving in. He's reaching from outside and actually touching legs.
Zerbin looks like a full weight class bigger than Frothinger.
Well,
I'm looking at it right now.
To be fair, Frothinger is a smaller athlete. He was a lower weight, so I think he weighed in at like 49.5.
Okay, so Frothinger coming up essentially one weight class, 8-pound difference at least here. Zurban gets the takedown and trips down. You can't leave that arm back there, Chasen. Got to get your knees up underneath you, right?
Yeah, and they're
tilt.
going to try for a tilt, but looks like we're – oh, there was a count there.
Wow.
And they'll go out of bounds. Coach Hall, he was upset about that, but I don't know if he could see the angle. Opposite side of the mat.
So too near fall there. Right on the edge of the mat. I mean, this just – first of all, UVU, for those of you guys tuning in, this new mat is massive. We love having it. It's a brand new mat. But, man, Zurban right on the edge, literally one heel still inside in bounds, and a kind of an interesting tilt. He's all the way on his back. Oh, ran that shoulder around. Dang.
That was an aggressive
Nice
shoulder run.
escape, but then a low-level shot. Zurban's got a crotch lock here, but Frothinger trying to get his elevate that leg up, not keep his head down. He's got to try to get the head up, pull this over his head. Now build up.
Zurban looking to sit the corner, and they'll go stale.
Yeah, that's a little. I'd like to see that play out a couple more seconds, huh? No.
There was some blood too. Looks like.
Who's bleeding? Frothinger.
Yep. I'm looking to see Tanner just do one of his reach back headlocks or one of his throws. That's what the crowd wants.
He has them. that's the thing, guys.
Give them what they want.
If you've tuned in to other matches or you've come here live, watch some Wolverine Wrestling, Frothinger could come out with some stuff. Man, I'm not sure if I'm recalling correctly if this was.
It was the West Virginia match.
Was it West Virginia
Yeah.
that? Yes, it was. He had 2 seconds left and ends up making a nice throw, but just ran out of time. Got a reversal.
Yeah,
but no
chucked
near
the guy
fall.
to his back, and then time runs out. It's just like ref's about to call a pin, time's out.
And we're back to action.
Both guys back on the logo. Score 5-1 for Zurban.
Low level. Frothinger still fighting here, but legs get gathered together, and Zurban breaks him down for a 3-point takedown. Oh, man, Frothinger gets whipped around, or either changes his hips around, but now
Zurban
he's got a
has-
chance
nope.
to.
Zurban tried his hardest to keep one toe on the line there, but
I think then he got into a predicament. He's like, oh, yeah, let's go out. Boom. Bring that toe out. Great mat awareness.
typical 157-pound starter for UVU, Riker Fulmer. He's on the edge of the mat, just salivating. You can tell he's hungry. He wishes he was out there.
So that first period expires. We're down to the second period. Northern Colorado's choice. He defers to Fulmer. Or excuse me, Frothinger.
Tanner chooses bottom, but I mean, Zurban been really tough on top.
Super tough, and you know, it seems that wrist rides and then like extended arms pulled back. Frothinger's getting his hands caught back behind him. Kind of a cheap tilt roll through there. Frothinger does a good job to continue the momentum. But he's got to keep his elbows tight and his hand, really hand fight here. Like, just because you're on bottom doesn't mean that fight doesn't continue. Like right here, got to look to bring that elbow in and block out any kind of wrist ties, claws. There's this tight waist. Almost to a sit-out switch position, but Zurban keeps him down. Zurban now just kind of riding on that back arm, trying to gather that into the body.
Coach Nickerson tells his athlete to cut him.
Straight on, far away, no setup.
There's blood on the mat. Coach Nickerson giving his athlete some words of advice before they go back out. It's like they're patching up Frothinger over here in the other corner. I'm sure Tanner would love it if Zurban would tie up with him in the center, so we'll see. Some tough fans in the crowd. Court McGee,
Court the Crusher
UFC athlete.
McGee, UFC alum. Man, he is
Still an active fighter.
He is. He just had a fight not too long ago. I don't know if he's about, I think he goes, I got a couple more in me before I hang them all up.
He won his last one. I saw it.
Yeah. Usually when the UFC is in and around Salt Lake City, he always gets an opportunity to fight in front of the home crowd here.
Ref doesn't like that.
Seen that a bit. The ref, erring on the side of caution. Ooh, nice fake reshot there.
.30 seconds in the second period.
Low level, sits him right on his butt.
And Zurban, with that length, able just to reach that far side. Be another takedown.
See this hand here, we got to keep those hands in. Short arms, a bar coming on here with a deep, deep tight waist. Frothinger got to try to get that arm forward.
At the end of the second period, Zurban leads 11-2.
Zurban chooses down in the third period. Okay, it's on Tanner, man. He's got top position.
Looks like they're making sure the clock's right. Coach Hall having a quick word with Coach Nickerson.
Checking to make sure that the score is correct. Last score is confirmed.
Oh my goodness, a quad pod, man, what a crazy turn of events right
That
there.
was some-
A quad pod to a forward roll that put
Big lift.
Frothinger on his back, and then a reversal or escape with a big lift and a takedown here.
Coach Nickerson wanting one more, looking for a technical superiority. Zurban the aggressor. Frothinger has an ace up his sleeve though. He's upper body. But Zurban too much.
Another takedown for Zurban.
Well, with that takedown, that makes that score 18-3, which is a technical fall, technical superiority. So that's a 5-point victory for the Bears of Northern Colorado. Again, Frothinger, younger wrestler, coming in, filling in for a heavier weight class. He gave it his all, but man, not enough. Watch this roll through here, and then a hip exchange, hip heist over on top. just creates a scramble where he gets behind an escape. I might have called that a reversal, but referee said it's a escape and then a takedown. All right, we're at 165 pounds. We're now chasing. We're getting into a little bit stronger part in our lineup tonight. Number 3 ranked Terrell Barraclaw going up against Clayton Ulrey.
Yeah, Terrell here being honored as a senior as well at senior night, and see if he can go out with a bang.
Yeah, UVU is going to have to turn it on in the last 5 matches here to, I should say 6 matches, to overcome this deficit we found ourselves in here.
A lot of wrestling. UVU kind of in the same position, and when they dueled Mizzou, lost the first 5 bouts. Four bouts later, winning the duel by a point, and then dropped a match at heavyweight. So a lot of wrestling left in the duel.
Nice down block to reshot, or I should say snap down to reshot.
UVU fans wanting the UNC athlete to wrestle, not hang out on the edge there where he can.
That's 2 shots. Snap down here, clearing the arms off. On the edge here, snap down to a shot and a drive around. No takedown yet.
Yeah, Ulrey, athlete from Pennsylvania originally, doing a good job. Finally gives up the takedown. I've noticed in some of Terrell's matches, depending on the rankings, I mean, there's guys that aren't in the rankings that wrestle him really conservatively.
Yeah, super timid. I think they're worried about opening up with somebody as much offense as Terrell, so they kind of wrestle, very cautious, nothing really extended, and so that really slows down the match. Terrell was able to put it on here. Now leg ride, double legs in.
Yeah, minute left. A lot of time to go to work on top, and he's looking for a turn.
Little roll to a shoulder hug. Not enough to turn the hips.
Short time. That'll be it for the first period. Riding time a factor, 1 minute and 14 seconds in favor of Barraclough. UVU's choice, Terrell will defer. UNC chooses bottom.
Forward pressure comes here, quad pod, and a little bit of a changeover. But Terrell follows with a crab right here. Anna just comes back to a shoulder hug here.
Ref not seeing an angle yet.
That's looking like it. Not now, but man, he had him there for a second.
It's close. Not a fun place to be for bottom athlete.
Yeah, you got to keep those hips arch, arch, arch into your opponent here. Keep those knees off the mat. Keep the heavy, heavy pressure in the lower back.
Coach Hall says cut him.
1 point escape. Orem.
Yeah, with a matchup like this, you got to think we got to look for those bonus points here again to make up that difference. That we have a number of major decisions and even technical fall victories by UNC. So we got to come away with bigger wins.
There's been no stall warnings thus far in the match. It's kind of the entire crowd yells stalling. Well, that's the first one, but I mean it's been a lot of no attacks, no attempts.
Got to look for a takedown here. Got a cradle. Terrell's got a cradle. We got to look to get behind, at least get the takedown, and he gets it with short time left. Nice awareness of the clock. But he had that cradle, man. I think the way he had it locked up, there just wasn't a great way to pull that over into a pinning combination or a near fall situation. Terrell up to a stand-up, but nothing breaking out. He's doing a good job of isolating that hand, putting it on his hip. Ulrich tried to lift, but just let him go after an unsuccessful lift. 7-1 for Bearclaw. Short change and a re-attack here. Nice fakes with some heavy hands. Nice snap down. I think if you set your feet, get a good motion and set your feet, that's a nice opportunity for a shot. I think Bearclaw's got him where his legs and back are tired.
Ulrich, a shot attempt there, but he's had his back to the edge the entire match. Keeps looking at the clock. And not another stall. He does get it to a leg here. Maybe just enough to keep him out of that stall territory, but Terrell looking to finish here. He reached across, has an ankle.
Keep going, keep running those legs around, keep running them around. 3-point takedown. Nice takedown by Terrell Bearclaw.
There's 20 seconds in the match. Terrell looking for a turn. Ulrich not having a fun time. Terrell looking at the referee. That'll be it. UNC holds Terrell to a major decision.
Big, good victory. Terrell wrestled kind of textbook there, did his best with a guy that kind of was clammed up, kind of holding him off. We're going to go to another break. This one a little bit longer, but don't worry. We're going to be back with more wrestling action at 174 pounds with the Wolverines of Utah Valley up against Northern Colorado. Stay with us.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Starlight, Starbright, the first Carl's Jr. star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have a juicy, charbroiled Famous Star burger with lettuce, onions, tomato, melty cheese, special sauce, dill pickles, and mayonnaise tonight.
So you guys finally called the pros at Moxie. Well done.
Well, it was like this. I'm in the backyard, and my pickleball game was on fire when the ants started biting me all over my legs. My smashes went to ashes, my volleys to follies, my dinks went to donks. And George said, Helen, it's time to call Moxie. And I said, call them, please. And just like that, Moxie to the rescue, and I'm back to being queen of the court.
Moxie Pest Control, protecting what matters most.
I've asked Walker Kessler to help me unveil UCCU's new elevated checking.
Oh, I get it. Because I'm elevated.
What? No, it's because elevated checking gives people more. Just like you give your team more on the court.
I guess I'm just so used to people making such a big deal about how tall I am.
Don't be silly.
So go ahead and pull the thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Just visit uccu.com
And elevate your checking.
When we had our intro meetings this year for our track team, Coach Flo obviously came to our team, told us about this opportunity, reached out to a lot of my friends that were also done with college athletics, who were still pretty athletic with me, and said, guys, like, this could be really fun for us to go do. And it was kind of just a dream at first to just say, like, this could be really fun, it could be a cool opportunity, but let's just go out there and do our best and just see what happens, you know, no pressure on it, and let's just have fun. So I got my friends and we went out there and did it.
I was just excited than anything, because the last time the Olympics were here, I was like 1, maybe. So I don't know any of that, but when that announcement came out, I was super excited. I was like, wow, like, and especially after getting the call to go and try out or to go to the combine, that made it a little bit more exciting. Like, oh, this might be something that like is possible.
I know that you're choosing not to pursue the skeleton, is that correct?
If the opportunity arises again, I would definitely love to do it again. Just the confliction between college sports that I am currently enrolled in and that just can't make it happen for right now, but definitely open to it in the future.
And I was just kind of waiting around. They sent me an email and said, hey, congratulations, would you like to come out to the rookie camp? And I was like, sure, yeah, of course. Because I didn't know who Chris was, but as soon as I found out he was on the track team and he was fast, he was good, and then how he was able to make the jump and pump over, it kind of motivates me, and you know, to me it's like a door is still open, so that's what I looked at it as.
When we went to the combine, we figured let's just do what we know the best we can and hope that it carries us further, and now that we've done it and made it onto the skeleton camp and into the bobsled camp, it's still the same story. For me, at least, I know that's what's got me there, and that's what I will continue to do until I go up there and they tell me otherwise.
I feel ready. Honestly, like every time people are like, oh, skeleton sounds terrifying.
Cool tap on the entrance of Kreisel there. Oh.
Like, actually, like, I don't get scared of it. Like, I'm pretty excited for it.
Because, I mean, I'm not from Utah originally, but it'd be so fun to be like, I competed here in college and then came back for the Olympics. Like, it'd be a cool, like, wrap up to my athletic journey.
Refresh your senses with a kick of citrus flavor. Do the do.
You're doing it.
You got this.
Yes, this is great.
Starlight, star bright, the first Carl's Jr. star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have a juicy, charbroiled famous star burger with lettuce, onions, tomato, melty cheese, special sauce, dill pickles, and mayonnaise. Tonight.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
We are back live at Utah Valley University, the Lockhart Arena, where the Wolverines are hosting the Bears of Northern Colorado. We have a little bit of an intermission here where we have two outstanding high school wrestlers finishing up an exhibition match here for the fans in attendance. So stay with us as we kind of let this this last little bit of this match roll down. And we'll be back to action at 174 pounds.
3, 2, 1, time.
Here's a couple replays of the previous matchups. Smokey McClure here with a nice snap down to a single leg, but just not enough. Those hips come across and he can't hold on. Here's a takedown on the edge of the mat. Terrell Bearclaw having a hard time pulling him down, but just drops down to the two legs, gathers them together, earns the 3 points on the edge of the mat. Here's another one where Terrell reaches through the cross leg, turns his hip in, and does a nice job to run around. This was with short time left to earn that 3-point takedown.
Yeah, current team score 4-16 in favor of UNC. One match going UVU's way with Terrell Bearclaws. We're getting into the meat of the UVU lineup. Few matches left in the duel. We'll see what happens, Sammy.
Yeah, what do you think? We got McElhenery going up against Mark Takara. That's going to be a good matchup here at 174 pounds, but we got to kind of really turn up the heat here, Chasen, if we're gonna make up this deficit.
Yeah, a lot of key matchups at 184. Caleb Uhlenhop wrestling AJ Heeg. Heeg, a freshman, but a gaming freshman. He's been highly sought after, a really good recruit, and kind of a tough opponent. So tonight for the Bears at 125, UNC Poulin will not be wrestling. There's another opportunity for UVU to capitalize there. With Bridger Ricks, a junior, facing off against Bryson Valdez, a freshman for Northern Colorado.
So this match could get, when I say team, this team matchup, this dual matchup, can get interesting here in the next couple matches. If we can come away with victories, we think on paper we might be well suited to win.
Yeah, game time decision for the Bears at heavyweight. They were wrestling either Jose Valdez or Remington Peterson, but Jack Forbes for UVU has been looking tough. He's got some kinks they've been working out. He's not the biggest heavyweight. He typically gets a bloody nose every match, but we still like him. We still want him to win, and he's figuring it out. I'm hoping, tonight he kind of rounds off his regular season, gets into the postseason, and can contribute some team points at those tournaments. Referees calling the athletes back to the center. UNC on the logo. And we'll proceed. 174, like you said, Mark Takara, our California athlete representing the Wolverines. Will be competing for us.
A redshirt sophomore from Temecula, California, Mark Takara!
Takara has been fun to watch this year. Always gritty, always giving it all his all. And has, in the last duels, I should say the dual season here for UVU, he's had some close matchups. Ones that you got to win. UNC come out with an immediate underhook position, really digging at it. Takara does a good job to clear out. UNC wrestler here at 174 pounds, big, tall.
Yeah, Mark, more of a stout athlete. Let's see if he can get to some offense. UNC digging underhooks.
Nice clear here. Another underhook here. Oh, clears it and goes to a single leg shot. Hand fight here. Both guys just getting there, working for their own position. Double under here. I always say that, you know, whether it's an underhook or double underhook, if it's not like actively being like worked on, it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
Mark kind of creates a shot in order to just kind of clear out and get a fresh start here. Aiden feeling comfortable in the underhook position here. Takara good with some change-ups, snaps him down. Got a lock here. Takara's head is now pinched into the chest of Aiden. Clears it off, though. Oh, nice shot, single leg, and he whips out and comes around for a three-point takedown. That's a big takedown with 42 seconds left in the first period here. Pressure comes up. He says, good job. But
it's a little high.
It's too high. It's okay, 33 seconds. I think that shot's been there twice. He scores on the third attempt. I think that's there, and 30 seconds is plenty of time to run that play again. It's a great takedown by Takara.
15 seconds in the first period.
Got to get that shot off. 10 seconds. Oh, shot, but... Oh.
Time expires. Not quite enough. Takara leading 3-1 going into the second period. UNC athlete chooses bottom. McElhaney, wrestler from South Berwick, Maine.
Not a great ride coming off that second period. Takara kind of just let him stand up, and then he turns in face. So we're back on our feet. A little bit of a drag by here. Oh, but then
Takara drops to the leg.
He does like a...
He got drugged and then just dropped to the leg.
Just dropped straight down. UNC wrestler couldn't really hold on to him as he dropped to the single. So we come up with another three-point takedown. Drops to the single again. Whips him down. Now he's on top with a breakdown. Nice job by Mark Takara.
Coach Hall saying, don't get too high here.
Yeah, staying behind those elbows and keeping that pressure forward, even in a spiral ride, whether you have this half Nelson like he has now with a hit with a thigh block. Oh, a switch over, and we end up going out of bounds. Fans here cheering on. Nice job by Takara.
Adam Hall walks all the way down the mat, jumps up and down to get his athlete's attention, and you know, the coaching difference on the other side of the mat is Nickerson's almost silent. Minute left in the second period.
Another underhook and a lock here behind the head. There is some offense out of that for sure for the UNC wrestler. Takara does a good job to clear it all off, though. Takara's got those single legs, man. Oh, nice heavy hands. I like it. Another takedown here with 35 seconds would be great for Takara. Critical for the UNC wrestler to tie up the match here in the second period. Oh, a drag by to a single leg. He gathers them together. Three-point takedown.
Yeah, Mark looking really good on his feet. 15 seconds left in the second period. No easy escapes here.
Got to ride tough. 10 seconds. Got to ride tough, Mark. Heavy
UNC
hand
comes
here.
back with the club, huh?
Nice heavy hand.
That'll be it. Third period.
I could have gone without that last escape with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, McElhaney not really having a lot of problems escaping. He just can't keep Mark out of his legs.
Here's a replay, just a simple slide by to a single and then goes behind. Here we go, third period. Takara starting on the bottom, quad pod here. Switch.
Looks for that switch changeover.
Back up to his quad pod, but now broken down. Oh, switch there. Oh, and a drive behind. So good job with the reversal.
Crowd getting a little more lively as we're getting into the meat of the lineup here with some wins and some
grabby
offense.
roll, but he follows. Nice continuous wrestling by the UNC wrestler. He ends up coming up, cutting out, getting a 1-point escape.
Yeah, currently score 11-5. Riding time not quite a factor. 54 seconds in favor of Takara. It's on the verge of major territory.
But this is what we need. We talked about this, that, you know, where we got these matches, it's 51 seconds. That's plenty of time. Takara's had all of the takedowns. So another takedown here would help us just more further cement that major decision victory, which we desperately need as a team.
45 seconds in the match.
Takara's got to put that offense on. Do it for the team, right? Nice head fakes. Takara's keeping those feet light. Feints. Double leg shot. 3-point takedown. Made it look easy. Now he's got to ride out here.
UNC athlete with, you know, wrestling tough, but Takara with all the answers.
Got to hold him here. Dives to a leg. He's got to go ahead and come on up. Or go ahead and take a stall warning with such short time. Nice.
That'll be it.
Behind.
And got to respect the hustle. He didn't let him go that time. So Takara getting the crowd on their feet, but major decision after major decision, and score currently 8-16, still in favor of UNC.
Nice job. I mean, that's what we needed. We need consistent major decision victories to get us back in line. We're slowly chipping that away.
At 184 pounds for Northern Colorado, AJ Yee.
All right, this one's fun, Jason. 184 pounds. AJ Heeg, a freshman from Northern Colorado. But then we got our guy, Uhlenhop, who will have an upset one week and then a tough match the next week. And man, we're back and forth.
Yeah, Caleb, extremely gamey wrestler, unorthodox, long and lanky, tough to wrestle, gritty. He's got all the things we like, and he's upset, you know, returning All-Americans. He's upset West Virginia's Robin 2 weeks ago, or last week, and Heg still kind of the same thing. Is tough freshman from Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Nice single leg outside here. Scoops it up. Tries to kick out. But Uhlenhop does a good job to hold on, keep composure. He almost grabs for a hip. Oh, nice treetop kick down, trip down. 3-point takedown. Love that.
I love how patient he was when Heg went for that roll. He did a dive roll, and Uhlenhop just lowered his level and was patient there instead of taking the bait.
Go, or taking the bait or letting his leg get hooked. That was great awareness. Just to be patient. Let the roll come through, and if you lower your level, then they don't get a chance to either roll through or get at your legs.
I mean, sometimes they roll into a kneecap and bust an eyebrow, you know. So you just got to keep that level low so you're not getting guys in on your ankles.
Uhlenhop does a good job to continue wrestling on the edge of the mat. He is good in this this claw spiral ride position. Makes it real heavy on his opponent.
Yeah, super, you know, he blankets his opponents. Got the claw, got the length. And it's really frustrating to wrestle Uhlenhop here.
48 seconds of riding time has been accrued here. Uhlenhop is riding tough. Again, he's got turns, he's got tilts out of this. Comes to a cross wrist. This is a great opportunity to suck that in tight or take it out here to go to a bar arm series. Rolling over those wrists.
Yeah, Caleb not really riding, you know, parallel or, you know, he's really digging for those wrists and thigh pries here.
Thigh pry and kind of trips that near leg down, gets him back on his knees. About a minute left here in the first period. Doing a good job. Now he's flattened him out. Again, you know, Uhlenhop does a good job of going from one side to the next. He's always consistently re-changing up those wrist rides, whether it's he's going to that claw, he's going over the top, he's trying to isolate one, he's got a cross wrist, he's got a wrist ride.
That'll be stall warning on UNC.
Oh, and a roll through to a tilt. We got one, counting him out.
He looked kind of flat there.
Man, he's almost flat. 4-point near fall. Referee says he's got to let go of that wrist.
Caleb breaks the lock.
He could do it again.
15 seconds.
That roll is there again. Uhlenhop good at this cross wrist tilt. Rolls through and kind of holds him right there in the basket and ends up coming with a 4-point near fall.
That'll be it, the first period. Some excitement there. 2.5 minutes of riding time for Uhlenhop. 8-0, 7-0 match. And he'll choose bottom going into the second. Rewatch this roll.
Nice job, nice
There's
roll.
one part right here where he gets flat.
No,
just for a second.
Well, and he felt it. I think he felt it. He's like, I can't do that.
Ref is going to stop here.
Oh, I don't understand.
Back in action. Caleb gets a foot on the mat.
Good job here. I don't want to get returned here. Picked up, gets flattened out. We don't want that. Arm back, really don't want that.
Caleb with a kind of a sit out here.
Oh, nice job to just create a scramble to earn an escape. 121 in the second.
8-0 in favor of UVU, and riding time still a factor. Uhlenhop at.
Oh, nice single leg, touch and go. Textbook touch and go, tries to roll. He's second time. And he's got him in a position where he's in a half, but really riding it tough, driving it forward. But he does a good job of grabbing that wrist off the top of his head, pulling those fingers off and peeling off that very, very tight half Nelson.
Yeah, Caleb really ready for that roll. That one was from not a big distance and
not enough room to roll, right?
Yeah.
Nice job again, a 2-on-1 wrist ride here. You can gonna look, he's gonna bury his head, let go of it. At 2-on-1 is tight, he could bury his head on the near side, on that far side there, and then
that's the
another roll.
stall
He
warning.
tried to.
That'll be a point for UVU.
He looks white, like gassed. I don't know if that's a reflection of the mat chasing or he's gassed out.
So it'll be UNC's choice going into the third period. Mind you, the score's 12-0. I mean, a takedown would be a tech for UVU. But being on bottom is not, I think, in his best interest either. But he'll do it. Coach Hall says pin him.
What do you think? He's locked in riding time now.
He's looking for a turn here. Really stretching him out.
And you also, he's just taking him to the...
He's grinding him. He's really relentless with that pressure.
Yeah, he's just that wrist. And I'll tell you, we talk a lot about this, you know, when we do the broadcast here. You see things that will pay dividends in rounds 2 and 3 that you're doing in round 1. Your wrists and your shoulders get tired when a guy keeps going wrist right, pulling it under, isolating it out.
The fans are saying he's stalling again. Not a lot of action coming from the bottom man. But you're right, those wrists are...
Caleb's equally eager to ride either side.
That'll be another stall. Second stall point awarded. Say cut him.
Shoot him out. You got to shoot him out. Pull it in. Just pull it in. He can pull it in here.
He's going to. He swims that back.
No, we gotta pull it in. Limp arm.
They want limp arm out. Right here on the edge of the mat.
3.
That'll be a tech. Hey, so we've matched major for tech. Same things that happened in the first part of the bout.
Like you said, we are. All we need now is a decision victory, and it's a tight match. All right, that's kind of what we thought. You know, we thought that was a good matchup for UVU. He, a freshman, did the best he could, man, but Uhlenhop's single legs on top, and then single legs on his feet, and then man, that ride on top made it tough. Guys, stay with us. We're going a short break, and we're back up at 197 pounds. Wolverines against UNC.
Finding the right match can be difficult. Fortunately, Ken Garff Volkswagen Orem has exactly what you're looking for. With our large inventory of new and used vehicles, it's easy to find your perfect match at the dealership or online. We make car buying easy, and we're here for all your service and parts needs too. Come see our friendly staff today. We're conveniently located nearby on University Parkway. Ken Garff Volkswagen Orem, a proud sponsor of UVU basketball. We hear you.
UCCU Mobile Banking now comes with Learn and Earn, a fun way to learn about money. Learn and Earn breaks down financial topics into fun, bite-sized games like quizzes and trivia for your entire family. Every time someone in your family completes a game, they earn points towards gift cards from Apple, Amazon, Walmart, and a lot more. The more you play, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the more you earn. Visit uccu.com/learn to start learning and earning today.
Refresh your senses with a wave of tropical lime flavor. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. In stores now.
Guys, we are back in wrestling action. Here's that last takedown where Caleb Uhlenhop did enough just to isolate that leg and then bump the hips down for a tech fall 5-point victory.
And draws the team score up to 13 for UVU at UNC 16. And we're going to look to our wrestler at 197 pounds, Cale Benny, a redshirt freshman, to close the gap. He'll be wrestling Andrew Donahue, a junior, but a junior with a record of 6-8. So Cale Benny looking to make something happen here. Local athlete from Layton High School.
And in these last matchups, I'll tell you, I think, you know, again, we looked at it on paper. I think we're favored to win these. So this is for us to come out with firepower and wrestle tough against these Bears. in these last 3 matches.
Goes knee pick there.
Knee
He's
pick.
very athletic, but super aggressive out the gates. Crab wants a stall.
A lot of work there. I always say you can put in that work, you want to score, but he drove him all the way out. Now we're back in the center. Let's look for that firepower coming again from Kale.
Yeah, Kale really, really good here in those hand fights, and he's in on a leg.
Single leg drives up.
Stay on the leg.
Yeah, we talked about
You
this.
see him go up to the hip for a second.
We got a
Jonesy. But not quite. There's not a angle.
No, he's giving it. 3-point takedown. We can still scramble here. I'm looking for the lock. He's got to break right there. Kale's doing it. He's got to break the lock in the back of his knee. Luckily, he's not in a fall position. Look, he's pushing this lock off of his knee. Donahue gripping on his knee pad. But now we scramble. We got to keep going. Got to keep going. Man, lock up on the head. Now we got to come out the back door.
Don't get Jonesy again from here.
4-point. Man, that's a...
Kind of took the wind out of his sails. So he's the aggressor. He's attacking and then gets taken down to his back. And I know Coach Hall has been just drilling into these guys. Like, what do we do if we're getting Jonesy? What do we do here? Both guys back on their feet, though. 1-7 current score with the escape for Kale Benny.
This is the second Jonesy that we've seen in the last 2 weeks here with home duels. That's a slick move. If you've run it, you're proficient at it, man, you hit it. It's that feet to back type of move that puts you up. That's a 7-point difference right there.
Yeah, Donahue, no slouch wrestler from Wyoming Seminary. Is where he prepped, and he's got some tricks up his sleeves. But Kale still the aggressor. He's still pushing him out of bounds. Still has his controlling the center of the mat. The fans want another stall.
Got to keep going. Kale's got to keep the pressure. He had a nice shot. Here comes another one, another stall, or excuse me, a stall warning. Kale does a drag by, but he got to come all the way through, and he gets bull rushed over.
Oh, no.
We don't want this. Kale's got to fight off his back, and he gets pinned here in the first period. I don't think that was something we expected, but, man, you got to stay strong in every position.
Yeah, he kind of just got a little too antsy there. Just running through, put in weird spots. And Donahue really good at putting his hips over on him.
All right, so we got 2 matches left. Heavyweight, and then we're going back down to 125 pounds. That's a big victory for UNC to put themselves in a position to win this duel. Forbes got to come away with some firepower here. Major decision or pin victory, as well as Bridger Ricks. He's got to come away with some big points here for the team. So these next 2 matchups, pivotal.
Yeah, decision victories won't do it. Lights need to turn back on. Athletes wrestling in the dark here, but.
Shot by Jack. Valdez big through the midsection and legs. Forbes had that short shot, and I think he was like, it's like shooting on a tree trunk. I got to get a little bit better setup. Make that a little bit lighter to pick up and move, right?
Did Forbes come out with his nose already plugged or no?
Oh, nice. Ooh, a nice change of level. Almost to like kind of a blast double situation. Nice hand fighting by both wrestlers here. Shot, I don't really love it going underneath without some real penetration. Jack now in a Whizzer here trying to keep heavy weight down on those hands. Turns in front, but the single leg is still there. He's trying to stomp that foot down. Far reach, trying to trip. Jack's got good balance. Breaks that lock. Nice defense there.
There's the blood.
Guess what?
Shocker.
Shocker, blood timeout. Jason, I mean, here you got to look at this. It's like 9 points between the two matches. So it's a major decision and a tech fall. It's a pin and you got to come away. It's big victories here that are necessary.
Jack, our athlete out of Colorado, comes over to Utah Valley. He's been really tough this year. Record of 7-12, 4-10 in the Big 12. Not exactly, his record doesn't exactly reflect on how those matches went. He's had some highlights and some really good performances, but just kind of falls short here and there.
Jose Valdez, the heavyweight here, he's a senior with a 1-5 record. So he's obviously had, a few matches and they've been tough for him, right?
Looks like they got him cleaned up. Both guys are back on the logo. They'll be on their feet halfway through the first period. Score is 0-0.
Want to see some offense from, either guy here in the first period. Nice sweep single, but a re-attack by Valdez.
Coach Timmy McCall saying he's reaching here.
Right here, time it. He'll reach. He's going to reach.
Timmy has poured a lot into Jack, into this young man, and spends a lot of time with him to get him ready as possible.
It's one of the positive things about a good coaching staff is the ability for them to actually get on the mat, give you some of their knowledge, give you some one-on-one tutoring. Jack's choice in the second, he's going to go ahead and just choose down. No deferral. Oh, quick escape. So nice job by Jack to earn that escape, but we got to turn on some offense on the feet, right?
He does an elbow pass. He's not quite getting deep penetration here. Both guys vying for position.
Underhook here. Oh, and a try to just go to a throw by.
A little bit of action there. UNC tries to jack him up.
Clears that arm out. Now we're
Folks looking to circle inside.
24 seconds. Man, not a lot of change-ups here. Both guys just kind of really trying to get a setup. Neither one of them's given the opportunity. Blood timeout again. Jack almost lasted that entire period.
Crew out there getting all the blood cleaned up. Keep it sanitary. Haven't quite busted out the head wrap. Save that for next period.
Save that for the third.
Coach Hall's mom. She's getting into it.
Got training. Got wrestlers in training right here. Got a whole crew of people cleaning up the blood splatters.
It's a mess out there. 16 seconds left in the second period.
Set well. Double under dig here, but Jack clears him out. Now he's got inside.
It'll be UNC's choice. I'm sure he'll choose bottom. Going to the third period. Forbes has the opportunity to put it right on. Drops to the leg and not quite enough.
Pull his singlet there.
Oh, we'll throw a brick. Coach, I'm not thrilled. Grabbed his singlet.
Well, if you look, watch when we, if we could get a replay on this. If you notice, he grabs the singlet, extends it out, and actually, I think, creates leverage where Jack can't hold on to him. And I think sometimes things get tied up or caught.
Like accidentally.
I think where they get caught up and it ends up, he comes watch, he reaches around here, and you see it come way out, and he actually earns the escape by, I don't know, maybe not. I mean, he pulled it, but.
Could have been accidental.
It was just, there. I saw a direct correlation of the singlet pulling up and the escape coming out, right? Like, so. I don't know.
Referees reviewing, they'll decide if it's a factor in the match and go from there. Jack Forbes, 15-minute matches.
Every time. All right, here we go. Watch.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
I don't know, it's grabbed and he pulls it up. And
I don't know that it helped him. I don't know why he grabbed it.
Get the pull up and the punch in the leg or stomping the leg down. Does that give you better leverage to stomp your foot down?
I don't know, it might have been an accident, but see what the referees have to say.
The kids are going crazy in the stands, dancing.
Looks like they're coming to a conclusion here.
Man, I don't know, dude. I don't know how I feel about it. I can see it go either way.
Well, in a match like this, I mean, it's really close, you know. We'll see if it makes a difference in how it pans out.
Challenge comes in there. The call in question was a couple seconds before that, just a pulled singlet.
No change. There's going to be a point for the technical violation. So escape hasn't occurred yet. Technical violation did occur. So I'll put the score 2-0 for UVU with still top advantage. Riding time not a factor, only 6 seconds, and Valdez quick to his feet. I mean, I see him scoring an escape, but takedowns have not been a thing in this match.
Coach Hall wisely throws that challenge, you know, holds on to the challenge brick for our last matchup should he need it. Orem's got to do more to get weight forward going forward. Now he goes to a single leg, and he's actually got to move that out. That's a heavy leg to pick up. Energy to burn by trying to keep that leg. I just let it go, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he dares like try to go seat dump or run the pipe there, but 1 point escape Valdez, 1-2. Both guys on their feet, 1 minute and 10 seconds left.
I'm thinking about it, you know, Valdez coming in with a 1-5 record, you know, whether he's coming in, filling in for a wrestler that's been in most of the season. 6-match season's pretty light. Makes you wonder what kind of matches he's in. But man, this one's close.
Valdez gonna want to push the pace here.
Shot.
Coach Hall says, be smart here. We don't want to stall, but be smart. 30 seconds. No stall warnings as of yet.
Shot. He's got to go behind now. He's flat. That's an easy takedown. Now let's go to work. 23 seconds. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, Valdez kind of in desperation, dives in. He had to score and doesn't quite get deep enough. Forbes putting the pressure on him now, but
let's get a tilt here. He's got him. He got the hips turned. He's got the hips turned. Not enough though. Oh, he had a chance there.
A little aggressive there on top as the match closes out. Jack Forbes will come away with the victory. Just a decision, but it brings the team score up within striking distance.
Yeah, okay, so here's the deal. Team score, UNC 22, UVU 16. Even with a fall victory, that would make a tied up match, right?
Yeah,
so,
go down to criteria. It's whoever has the most falls.
But if we get a fall, that's 2 falls to 1. No, they got a fall.
They got a fall.
We're going to have to go back.
Then it goes to techs.
And a text. We both got a tech.
They got majors. We both got 2 majors.
I don't know. This is a tough
then
match.
Then it goes to takedowns, I
again,
think.
That's all speculation. Bridger Rick's got to come out with some firepower if we're going to have a chance here.
Right. Yeah, we're getting kind of into the weeds, but Rick's, you know, wrestling the backup athlete for UNC in Bryson Valdez, who's a freshman out of New Mexico. Wrestled for Aztec High School in Aztec, New Mexico. And, not as seasoned as Rick's, but Rick's not typically known to be, you know, a huge offensive dynamo or a pinner that I've noticed. So
yeah, great offense, but matches are usually close with Rick's. I'm sure Coach talks about, hey, you know what, we got to go for some victory series here. So where we have it, let's put it on.
Yeah, just so you know, Bridger, if you don't get the pin,
we're all screwed.
We're all angry. No, we've been really proud of Rick's and his contribution to the lineup this year. Wrestling with a busted face all year in that mask, you know, for most of the season. It's been kind of crazy. He actually gets a stall warning on Valdez by backing him out of bounds there.
That's what you want. You want that early on. I mean, that's in the first minute. We got to keep the pressure on. Nice little push by, almost to like an inside trip of sort, but not anything like fully baked out. Now we're in a front headlock position.
Yeah, look at bounce his head off the mat and score here.
That's oh man, I tried to whip him by or redirect him, shuck by. Didn't clear the arm off though. Inside trip. Maybe he is going to try for that inside trip. Beat the back.
action picked up there on the edge of the mat in front of 2 UVU commits who just finished their high school seasons with some state championships, looking for their next step in their career.
One minute. Nice little, bit of almost a low level time. Didn't time it quite right. Okay, shots and reshots. Oh, and a nice single leg shot. We're on the edge of the mat. Ricks picks it up. I went 2-on-1 here if I was him. With 32 seconds, he's got time. He's just got to be smart. Pick it up, drag that in. We don't want to go out here. No, we don't want to go out. Whizzer's heavy here. Try to drive through again. He tries to reach for the. No takedown yet, even though he's got both legs together.
That'll be 3 on the edge as time winds down. 5 seconds.
Okay, well, that's a nice takedown with short time left. Ricks had been driving on that the entire first period here. Finally came away with a nice shot.
The UNC's choice, they defer. UVU chooses bottom. Riding time not a factor, 10 seconds in favor of Ricks.
Escape there by Ridger. Oh, and another. He keeps trying for this inside
Yeah,
trip.
he shucks him inside trips, shucks him for a go behind, but he's not getting quite enough of an angle, not enough pressure.
Slow level here, but then gathers it together. Actually switches to a single to the other side. He's now isolated. He's pushed his head out on that hip, and he's got to drive through like a double here. He's got to drive through the double. He's got to pull his head out. Did it before. Now get a 3-point takedown.
Coach Nickerson's going to throw the brick there, but that would be 3. But I think he thought it was a little premature, so the ref's going to take a look at it.
Well, when you throw a brick, doesn't constitute a stop of the match.
Nope, no,
so
action keeps going. The ref won't stop it until.
Call what you want.
It wound
might
up being
not
a takedown.
Right, I'll show you. We got the replay going. Takedown ensues right here. This is a takedown there, right? He lets go. He bails out. And we're still in bounds. So,
and maybe he let go because he knew that the brick was thrown. That's on him.
Yeah.
You wrestled the whole time.
I think you see Nickerson. He can kind of tell he's like kind of pissed off. These wrestlers got to wrestle tough through that entire exchange. I'm sure Coach Hall said, "Hey, listen, let's keep grinding him down. Got a 112 here in the second period, but let's start going to victory series." Coach Hawkdrosser keeping him tuned up, loosen up his muscles.
He's got the, score 7-0. He's up here. Final match of the evening. Nickerson not risking a ton by throwing that brick. If he doesn't get it back, it's no biggie, but they'll look at it either way and come to a conclusion.
Okay, here comes the. Bridger pretty good here.
Big return.
pretty good on top here. Nice return. Now he goes right to work. It's cross wrists. He's tough here.
There's a minute left in the second period. He's got time to go to work.
We need it. We need it.
They want stalls. Still going to be on top, coming back in the middle.
Oh, Bridger's going for the cradle here. It's there as he's riding tough. He could hard crossface, maybe crossface cradle. He's pulling his ear to the side. I think there's stuff he can do as Valdez buries his head. Okay, here we go. Gonna roll through to a tilt. We gotta open this up.
Keeping just this really solid.
And there we go. Finally, we get a stall. We get some points here. Now we get a tilt to a near fall. Count them. Oh,
that'll be it.
Time expires.
It's UNC's choice going into the third period, and I wouldn't choose bottom. I'd choose neutral. It looks like that's what he'll do.
I honestly feel like neutral. Like, I don't know if Coach Nickerson's like, let's give up the major. Let's keep up the tech fall.
Anything but a pin, right?
Anything but a pin, right? So Bridger's got to be mindful of this, like not letting him go, but really working for the fall rather than, running up the score. It was 11 points here. Not much more, and we end up with a tech fall, which sounds insane that we're talking about, like, hey, we don't want a tech fall.
He pulls him off here, so he gets a good go. You got a minute 38 seconds to go to work, and the major's, locked in, but the crowd wants to see a pin. Fans at home want to see a pin.
It's very, if you're here, man, if I could explain it, everybody's very on edge. The crowd's just anticipating what might happen or what Bridger might put on here.
Make some noise.
He's going for this.
Crowd wanting another stall.
Okay, we can break him down. Now Bridger can go to work. Bridger not letting him go. I don't love that.
That'll be a point action as they go out of bounds, but minute 10. Guys will be on their feet. He didn't know he escaped.
All right, Bridger's going to want to go to something here.
He's
got it in him. I mean, he's got some opportunity. Let's go. Just go for it. Keep that leg. Let's go for that cradle. Oh my gosh.
Fans not thrilled. Not thrilled. So the score's in a spot where he's got to pin him. He can't turn him. He can't do anything else. It has to be a pin.
Yeah, that's why I really didn't want to let him go. We wanted to ride on top. So we got a minute, but it's got to be. I can't get near fall. It's got to be a turn. It's got to be a solid turn to the back. Cradle. Talking cradle, power half. Sure, Bridger understands this.
Does he understand the gravity of the situation?
No, I don't want that.
Well, he could take him down to his back. Still chippy, still chippy.
There's some stuff to do here.
Oh, I see what they're doing.
Come on.
There's a an upset crowd. So I think he wants to do a mat return where he steps through and Turks on the way down.
There's a really nice one off an optional start. Kind of almost in this position.
Here's the thing, you don't even really want stalls here. You don't want to stall him out because...
Come on, 30 seconds here. Bridger, gosh, this guy. Now we get stalled, so now we got another point here.
You can't
really throw it. Pull him back, let's go. No, I don't love this.
He's gonna hang on that leg. Could go potentially. Coach Hall says go neutral with 12 seconds and just victory series. Headlocks only.
And he takes it down,
that'll be
but
tech.
a tech fall.
Got to take him down to his back.
Wow, that's an insane turn of events. I mean, we talked about it, like how Rip Bridger comes away with a pretty dominant victory, gets a tech fall here. But that's not enough to edge us out and bring us into even a tied match. It's a 21 UVU, 22 UNC final score.
Hey,
Chase's thoughts.
Close score. I mean, it all comes down to 197. We got something that happened on on the mat that wasn't supposed to happen on paper, and you know, young athletes duking it out, and there's just a lot to learn, you know. And the guys that wrestled well, they still have things to learn too, takeaways from the match. And so, good match. We'll go to break here. Stay tuned, fans, from the last duel of the season.
Last duel of the season, we're going to have an interview with Coach Adam Hall if we can catch him and get him up here. Stick with us. More Wolverine wrestling coming up.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Across the country, there are destinations that are calling. We stand proudly above the ranks. A testament to our unwavering commitment to excellence in all that we do. Always embracing the extraordinary. 9 dynamic cities, home to 9 world-class institutions. The Western Athletic Conference. Together, we are one WAC.
I've asked Walker Kessler to help me unveil UCCU's new elevated checking.
Oh, I get it. Because I'm elevated.
What? No, it's because elevated checking gives people more. Just like you give your team more on the court.
I guess I'm just so used to people making such a big deal about how tall I am.
Don't be silly.
So go ahead and pull the thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Just visit uccu.com
And elevate your checking.
Welcome back, wrestling fans, to Utah Valley University, Lockhart Arena. I am joined to my left by Coach Adam Hall. Coach, tonight, you know what? This is a tough matchup. Both teams in and out of mentions for in the top 25 ranking, but we didn't come away with a victory, and I think we can boil it down to one pretty key matchup where, on paper, I think it looked like we were going to win. What are your thoughts on the match tonight? I know you always have a high standard, but I'm curious your thoughts. I think our fans want to know what are you thinking.
Yeah, this time of year, it's like you wanna pick at everything, and even the guys that won, like Terrell, like Bubba, Caleb Eulenhop that dominated. Like, he looked great tonight, but there's still things that you can pick at and improve on, right? And this time of year, it's about being positive with these guys, and I've come down pretty hard on them the last few weeks. And yeah, there's high expectations. There always will be. The standard will never be lowered, right? Because I tell our guys, if we lower the standards, like, are we in dogfights with these duels and close to winning and winning some of these duels? Probably not, you know, but that comes with the territory with having those high expectations for your program. And I think tonight it's just, you can point at one match, and I went over and I slapped Kale on the leg. You know, it's just, hey man, love you, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like, made a couple mistakes and he's got to grow from it. But I won't really point at his match. Like, we needed to be better at some other matches, right? I got on Hayden Drew. I said, you took 0 shots in the match. I can't help you. I don't have something to work with if you're not willing to let it go. And I'm like, what are you afraid of? Your pride, right? So I got him on him a little bit because he needs that push at the end of the year, right? So I won't just point to 197. Like, we had some guys that needed to step up in a different way, and I'm proud of Bridger Ricks to be able to let it go. He's wrestling his best at the end of the year right now.
He's looking great, and he gave it. I mean, we did the entire anticipation. The crowd was just on the edge of their seat, wanting that fall, but not enough. And it's kind of funny that we were like, oh, it's only a major decision, or excuse me, a tech fall, but we needed the fall for the tie. Coach, we got 2 weeks rest and tuning up. Again, I think we're always on that improvement track. But we got 2 weeks before the Big 12 championships. What are your thoughts going into that? And then it's NCAA's. The team's got to be on. Everybody's, like you said, Ricks is improving. He's wrestling his best. We got to peak now. What do you do to peak the team right now?
Just pour confidence into them, and that's through their training. And you're focusing on little details at the end of the year with your best guys and with your guys that need that confidence going into the end of the year. And it's work hard, rest hard. You know, at the end of the year, at the end of the day, the better we're feeling going into the conference tournament and knowing that we put in the work leading up to it. At that point, there's nothing left at that point, right? You either did the work or you didn't. You rested and you feel good, or you didn't. You know, right. And so like the accountability will up, and just talking through it with these guys is important, because whether you won or whether you lost, you're kind of feeling. You have feelings, you have emotions, and you need to be able to process those, you know, within your training and just then let it go at the end of the year.
Well, Wolverine fans and wrestling fans, you heard it. We've done the work. We're going to continue to do the work. That's what gives us confidence as we go into the Big 12 Wrestling Championships and the NCAA National Championships. We're going to give all of our good energy to this team and these two teams that gave us all. They're all tonight. Thank you, wrestling fans, for joining us on a Valentine's Day night. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate all the wives out there. It wasn't easy coming to a duel like this, you know, so thank you.
Thank you, guys. Signing off. Thank you, everybody.